Soul Searchers. I'm Indigo Kelly with soulsearchingwithindigokelly.com. Welcome to my channel. Today I'm going to be bringing you the Pick a Card August 2020 predictions. So if you're interested in seeing what August has in store for you, go ahead and check out the piles that I have for you today. I have 3 piles for you to pick from today. I have pile number 1 with the clear quartz, pile number 2 with the rose rock, and pile number 3 with the amethyst. If you need to go ahead and take a minute to meditate on which pile you feel most drawn to, go ahead and do that now. All right, let's go ahead and get started with pile number 1. For pile number 1, the first thing that I'm seeing is your current self right now, pile number 1 for the month of August. I'm seeing that you are possibly a Leo or another fire sign, possibly Aries or Sagittarius, or you have a fire sign possibly somewhere in your chart. I see that you are a very strong person. You have a lot of strength and courage. You have a lot of inner strength inside of you, and you really have the ability to, face any kind of, hardships or adversity with your inner strength, okay? You really are able to maintain your self-control in any kind of situation, and you are one of those kind of people that when everyone else is kind of reacting with fire, you can react calmly, okay? Or if that is not necessarily you, I'm seeing that in now and in the month of August, that is something that you're going to be able to do, or that you are going to do. You don't get angry easily. You're very patient. You're very patient with others and their weaknesses, and you are really the kind of person that loves to be out in nature. You have a lot of ability to be able to persuade people. You are a very, very big influence on others that you're around. And you have a lot of compassion. I see this really strong person in you that is very tolerant and has a lot of good character and a lot of compassion for others. For the month of August, group number 1, I really think that you should focus on pleasant and happy memories of good times to comfort you during any times of trouble, okay? I think that during the month of August, you're going to spend a lot of time revisiting the past in your mind. You may be looking at old photos. Maybe, I can see possibly some of you are going to be traveling somewhere to another town to visit, the grave of a deceased loved one. But during this time, just remember the good times and let go of the bad, okay? That's going to be a theme for you for the month of August. If there is something, in the past that has happened that was bad, just try to remember the good times instead of focusing on the bad. I feel like when you are revisiting these memories, that it's going to bring you a lot of happiness in the month of August. For some of you, I feel like there might be someone that's going to be returning into your life from your past that is really going to bring you a lot of joy and happiness. You're going to be really happy to see this person, okay? You are going to be really thinking about childhood memories, and just thinking about, the joy and the love from your childhood, and really just allow yourself to think about the positive. Remember how comforting and how, safe and secure you felt, as a child with your parents. For some of you, really don't worry about any of the adult issues. Like sometimes when we think about our childhood, we try to analyze it, for it to be therapeutic for us in some kind of way. Like the reason that I feel like I am this way is because of this that happened in my childhood. Instead of focusing on those adult problems and you're taking away the innocence and the joy of that youthful time in your life. So a theme of the month for you is just going to be to focus on those good memories, and when you think about that stuff, when you do, just focus on the joy and the innocence and the love and the happiness that you felt during that time, rather than trying to overanalyze anything. And like I said, for some of you in the month of August, I feel like there's going to be someone from your past returning into your life that's really going to bring you a lot of happiness. I'm feeling like it could possibly, for some of you, be like a childhood friend. And then for some of you, like I was saying earlier, revisiting, you know, a grave of someone, a deceased loved one that you lost possibly. I'm feeling like the month of August is really going to be a month of healing. So whatever surrounded this person's life or death, there may still be, for some of you, some healing that needs to be done, and some healing from grief, and some healing from the loss that you experienced when this person passed on. So go to their gravesite, you know, show your respects. And like I said all before, when you are remembering and revisiting these memories and revisiting the past with this person, just remember the good times. Think about the good things that happened. There is nothing really that you're going to gain from rehashing old negativity and old things that are going to cause you to be unhappy. So group number 1, your key goal for the month, I'm seeing that for the month of August, you are going to be focused on your deepest desire, okay? It's like something that you have been working on for a long time is going to finally happen, okay? This could be, for some of you, it could be a relationship. Maybe you have been working on a relationship or putting a lot of effort into trying to build a relationship with someone, and that is finally going to come to pass. It's going to come into play after you have done all of this hard work, okay? You're going to really find like emotional fulfillment, and you're going to carry out your deepest desires with this person, okay? Some of those might be adult-like desires, all right? Your wishes are just really going to come true. For some of you, it could be some kind of, you know, emotional piece or, you know, spiritual goal that you had. Whatever it is, I just see that your dreams are really going to be the focus of the month of August for you. I see that if you stay focused during the month of August, your dreams are going to come true, okay? And it's going to be a time for, you know, really focusing on those goals, and take time to enjoy your success. And, you know, you are going to be rewarded for the hard work that you've done. You know, possibly, you know, material possessions are going to be attained because of this work that you've put in, because of this goal that you've had, this dream. Some of you may be focusing on outer beauty of yourself. Like you might be really, you know, getting into physical fitness. Some of you might be learning, you know, a new way to style your hair, or a new way to do your makeup, or maybe you're getting braces. You know, maybe you have insecurities about your teeth and you're going to get braces to fix that, or whatever it is, something with your outward appearance, okay? But I do see that your goal is going to be to focus on those things in the month of August, and that you are definitely going to find contentment and satisfaction out of fulfilling your wishes and dreams in the month of August for group number 1. All right. So group number 1 in the month of August, I'm also seeing an obstacle that you might need to overcome in the month of August is being patient, okay? You really need to be patient and really show mercy to others in the month of August. Don't be too harsh with anyone in your life. You know, when you are making decisions, or if you're just talking to someone that you are in a relationship with, it could be family, it could be, you know, a romantic partner, just really make sure that you do not resort to any kind of violence, or, you know, be fair, you know, and don't be unjust. Make sure that you are being, you know, as fair as possible with any kind of, you know, make sure you're being as fair as possible with any kind of confrontations that you might come across in the month of August. Also, obstacles that you might encounter in the month of August. You might come across some legal complications and broken laws. Make sure that you are really dotting your I's and crossing your T's in the month of August. Make sure that you are not, you know, breaking the law in any way. You want to make sure that you are really following all of the rules and all of the regulations. Don't try to take shortcuts. Follow all the laws. Pay your debts. Stop at the stop sign. make sure you use your blinker. Whatever it is that you might come across in the month of August, just make sure that you are following all the rules, following all the laws, so that you are not caught up in some sort of legal complication or, you know, any kind of broken laws, getting into any kind of trouble with that. Also, you know, going back, some of you in the month of August, this may be talking about, you know, relationship issues. Really watch out when you are talking to friends or loved ones, you know, maybe children, maybe your spouse, maybe a brother or sister, you know, it doesn't matter who it is really. Just make sure that you're not overly harsh with people, all right? Just be patient, you know, show mercy, show love, and show kindness when you're dealing with anyone. Always ask yourself, you know, how would I want to be treated if the tables were turned? And if you treat that person exactly how you want to be treated, then you will be golden, okay? Major accomplishments for the month of August, group number 1. Like I was talking about before, we were talking about physical beauty, you know, being one of your goals for the month of August. And I am seeing that one of your major accomplishments in the month of August is, you know, achieving this physical beauty on the outside. Maybe, like I said, you're going to get a haircut, or, you know, you're going to do something to your outward appearance. Maybe you're going to get new clothes. Maybe you're going to start going to the gym more often. Just whatever it is that's going to make you feel more physically beautiful and attractive. That's something that's going to be happening for some of you in the month of August. Some of you, however, it might not be outward, it might be inward. You know, we talked about that also, that, you know, it could possibly be spiritual. All right. So some of you might have this accomplishment of having a beautiful soul. All right. Some of you might be doing some inner work, you know, meditating, doing some shadow work, really just working on yourself to be a better person. And for some of you in the month of August, I see that really happening. I see those changes start to form, and you just really start to be beautiful from the inside out. Also, for some of you in the month of August, I'm seeing that you could possibly be getting into a relationship, okay? The beginning of a romance. This could possibly be with a Gemini or other air sign, possibly Libra or Aquarius. This, for some of you, could just be like a physical attraction, you know, more of like a lust, you know, attraction. And for some of you, this could actually be, you know, a love. You could be falling madly in love with this person, okay? This does, you know, however, you know, this major accomplishment for you in the month of August is going to represent a period of good times. For some of you, it might not be, you know, a lover or someone that, you know, a romantic relationship. It could be a very close friendship. Maybe you're going to find someone in the month of August that you are going to be fast friends with, okay? Maybe you've been lonely lately and you have not really been hanging out with a lot of people. I know since we've all been kind of locked up in the house, we haven't been around a whole lot of people, most of us, I hope. And maybe this is a time, you know, coming into the month of August where we're going to be able to reconnect and make those connections again. So I'm seeing just lots of love, lots of harmony. For some of you, it's physical. For some of you in group number 1, it is emotional, love, friendship. And for some of you, it is spiritual, you know, a balance between your conscious and your subconscious is going to start to unfold in the month of August, okay? Then, what to avoid in the month of August. All right, so group number 1, in the month of August, really avoid overindulgence, okay? We were talking about earlier that, you know, we might be having some like physical changes, you know, some physical beauty or some inner changes. So in the month of August, make sure that you are not overindulging. Make sure that you are exercising regularly. That is going to help you both inside and out. And make sure that you're not overindulging in food and drinks, okay? You do not want to overindulge. That's going to result in you not feeling as well. You know, it might result in, you know, gaining weight. Also, avoid arguments and misunderstanding. So we were talking before about, being patient with people and really not being harsh, and really just showing mercy, right? We talked about that earlier. So when you are, going through the month of August, just really try to avoid arguments and misunderstandings. Like I said at the very beginning, you are this calm person when other people are having, outbursts of, emotions. You are the one that is able to respond calmly. And so I'm seeing across the board that we're going to have this calm responses to any kind of arguments or misunderstandings. When you come back, when you are arguing with someone or you're in a misunderstanding with someone and y'all are both, running high emotionally, and you're just saying the first thing that comes to your mouth, what's going to happen is you're going to get confused feelings. You're going to say things that you don't mean, all right? So we want to make sure that we're focusing on, these friendships that we talked about. Do not, don't turn your back on your friends, and make sure that you're being very kind and very patient, showing mercy so that you don't have any problems with your friends. Or for some of you, it might be a romantic partner, okay? Also this month, try to avoid, loneliness and isolation. I know sometimes you can't avoid feeling lonely, but we can definitely, try to refrain from isolating ourselves. I know that's something that I tend to do when I get overwhelmed, is try to, disconnect and isolate myself. You can take care of yourself and distance yourself when you need to, but just make sure you're not doing it to the point to where you feel lonely, okay? You need to make sure that you are keeping those connections with your friends, and just avoid cutting those people off so that you aren't feeling lonely in the month of August. Just really take care of yourself and think positively as well in the month of August. Something else that I'm seeing for group number 1 in the month of August, you guys have a lot of cups that have shown up, all right? You have the 3 of Cups, we have the 6 of Cups, and we have the 9 of Cups. So that is telling me that for the month of August, you guys are really going to be focused on relationships, all right? So we talked so much about relationships. For some of you, it's a friendship. For some of you, it's a romantic relationship. For some of you, it's a relationship with yourself, with your higher self, with spirit, with your spirit guides, with your ancestors, okay? So really focusing on relationships in the month of August. Things that I would embrace for group number 1 in the month of August. Relationships. So you have the Emperor, okay? And so this is really representing, a loving relationship between some kind of a father figure or masculine energy that is a parental figure, and a child. So that doesn't necessarily have to be your parent. It could just be someone who is like a parental figure to you. So this relationship is going to be one that you're really going to want to embrace in the month of August, okay? Also in the month of August, focus on your leadership abilities, okay? So earlier with the 9 of Cups, we were talking about, your wishes and your dreams coming true. And then we also have the Emperor, and the Emperor is saying your dreams will be realized. You are going to be the one in the month of August that is really going to just be in control of the situation. You're going to be in the position of responsibility, okay? So whoever this, father figure or masculine parental kind of figure, whoever this is, they're going to really embrace this person in the month of August. Really listen to this person. Think about what they have to offer you, as far as advice. They're going to offer you, some kind of structure, solid foundation, and that's what you're going to want to embrace. You're going to want to embrace this authority-like, structure, solid foundation. So just embracing, this relationship with whoever this person is. This person could possibly be an Aries or another fire sign, Leo or Sagittarius. Really just embracing these relationships in the month of August, okay? Next, we have where to find support for the month of August, okay? So I am seeing in the Chariot, I'm seeing the exact same thing that I was just saying with the Emperor, okay? You are going to find support. I mean, in this, this self-control that you're going to have. You are just going to have so much willpower and so much discipline and strength. You are going to really just take satisfaction in your accomplishments in the month of August. You're going to be really establishing your reputation. You're going to be earning this respect. You're in control. You're taking action. You have so much willpower and determination. And, this is all, coming from within. And then, I feel like a lot of this is also coming from, these relationships that you're going to be focusing on in the month of August. You're going to have some people that are going to be encouraging you in this, this current self that you are portraying, this really strong, calm, patient, merciful, the foundation. You're like rock solid this month, in the month of August, okay? It's kind of like if you were going to build a house and you had a foundation, this month, you are that foundation, okay? You are really making these dreams come true. You're really realizing these goals that you have had for a while in the month of August, okay? Okay, so for the month of August, advice and encouragement. Really make sure, for some of you in the month of August, you're going to be faced with a lot of decisions that you have to make, okay? Only one of those decisions is going to be correct. Do not, try to run away from your problems, or from the decisions and commitments. That's only going to make things bad. So, all of these cards leading up to this last, advice and encouragement, this Seven of Swords, is how strong you are, how calm you are, how merciful you are, how patient you are, okay? And how, you have self-control and determination and leadership abilities and, this just amazing person that, you are. So make sure that you're making the right decision. Use your first instincts, okay? Really trust your gut when you are making decisions about anything in the month of August. Also, don't be afraid to accept help in the month of August, okay? You do not have to do everything by yourself. Depending on some of these people, like I said, in these relationships that you have, is okay. You do not have to do everything and carry the load all by yourself, okay? Make sure also when you are making these choices that are going to confront you in the month of August, make sure that you're not making, any kind of selfish decisions, all right? Those are going to, just dishonor you as a person and bring you, shame. So really make sure that you are making the best decision for everybody involved and that you are, like I said, using your gut instinct, using your intuition when you're making any kind of decisions like that, okay? And then that is your tarot. And then I pulled a few cards from some other decks for you guys. So the first card that you guys got for group number 1 is Speak Your Truth. I think that this is really, talking about, being aware of your feelings and being able to express how you feel in a calm way, and to understand that, just because you are expressing your feelings and telling people, speaking your truth to people, that does not mean that they're going to understand or accept it. And it doesn't, and that's not the important part, right? The important part is not for them to understand and accept it. The important part is that you got to have your voice. You got to voice how, you truly feel. And the more that you are able to voice how you feel, the stronger your relationship is with yourself and with others, okay? So this is going back to the relationships, speaking your truth. And it does not mean just because people don't agree with you or, accept your truth or, accept what you're saying, that does not mean that, that relationship has to end or that the relationship is going to, not be successful. You can still have a relationship, you can agree to disagree, and that's okay. Speaking your truth is not necessarily about being right or wrong. It's really about just honoring yourself through verbal communication, okay? And knowing that now is the time for you to speak freely and to speak your truth. Then you have duality. And duality, again, is about knowing yourself, okay? And having that relationship with yourself and knowing where your boundaries begin and end. The duality card, really comes up when you have someone that might be in conflict with, who they are on the inside and who they are on the outside. And I think the Speak Your Truth card is really telling you to, let that out. Make sure that your inside and your outside match, okay? Really allowing your interior self to match your exterior self will lead to acceptance and healing for both yourself and for the people, that you are around, people that you have relationships with. And then the last two cards for group number 1, you have Mother Mary, Love and Peace. Let go of the need to be right. Choose peace. Mother healing is possible at this time. All right, so this I really think is going back to when we were talking about responding calmly and choosing peace, okay? Remember that, like I said before, it's not about being wrong or being right. And, just let go of that need to be right and that feeling that you always have to be the one with all the answers, okay? Choose peace over being right. Also, for some of you, I think that this card might mean, a relationship with a mother could possibly be, healing for you in the month of August. Maybe some of you have, either a mom, a maternal relationship that might need some healing, and that might be something that you need to focus on or look out for in the month of August for some of you in group number 1. And then the last card for group number 1 is Archangel Michael. Trusting heaven. You are safe. Angels stand close. Surrender your concerns and allow a miracle to occur. So group number 1, I just really feel like you're going to have so many positive things happening for you in the month of August. I think your wishes and your dreams are really going to start to realize. I think you're going to be having lots of, success and lots of good relationships, friendships, romantic relationships. I just see that so many good things are going to be happening for group number 1 in the month of August. Lots of things for you guys to be excited about. Surrender your concerns and just allow your miracle to occur in the month of August. That is all I have for group number 1. If you like this video, please give me a thumbs up. Make sure you comment down below where it resonated with you for the month of August. And go ahead and hit subscribe and click that post bell notification. As always, love and light, and happy soul searching. All right, let's go ahead and get started with group number 2 with the Rose Rock. For group number 2 in the month of August, I'm seeing that the people in group number 2 are young people or young spirited, okay? Just possibly an Aquarius or other air sign, maybe a Libra or a Gemini. I'm seeing that the people in group number 1 are intelligent, confident, responsible people. I feel like you're one of those people that is really always on the go, kind of always on your A game and just really challenging, everybody else to kind of keep up with you, okay? You are the kind of person that might possibly be really into some kind of outdoor activities. I'm seeing like mountain biking, or maybe you are into some kind of extreme sports, maybe something on the water. Maybe you, in group number 1, you're some kind of designer, artist, builder, or maybe you're a chef, maybe you work in construction building things. I'm seeing that the people in group number 1 are creators. They are really people that work with their hands-on, artistic creators, or, an architect or a designer of some sort. But I'm seeing that most of you in group number 1 or some of you in group number 1 are actually, physically creating things with your hands. I'm also seeing that you are just naturally very curious, okay? You have this thirst for knowledge, just naturally, you're just intrinsically motivated to learn new things, okay? You are always in this kind of forward movement, And, you know, you are in the month of August, I see you moving towards this positive change, okay? The water is moving, the tide is, you know, coming in, and things are changing, okay? The theme of the month for people in group number 2, I'm seeing creativity, okay? Like I was saying, I feel like you guys are just really, you know, hands-on creators. You use your hands to create something. So maybe I'm seeing some of you are, you know, sculptors. Maybe you make sculptures or something like that. Also, you know, maybe you are a hairdresser and you create new hairstyles, or, you know, some of you could be physical trainers and you help people create a new body, okay? It's just you help create things, or you actually hands-on create things. So I'm seeing that in the month of August, the theme of this month is going to be creating, okay? These creative goals and projects that you're going to have in the month of August are going to be completed in the month of August, okay? Your ideas, these creative ideas, are going to be plentiful. And I see that for some of you, this involves, you know, your work, how you have, this is your source of income, this creativity, okay? I am seeing that you are going to be getting financial rewards, okay, for completing whatever this creative project is for some of you. In the month of August, remember, when you are doing these creative projects, when you complete these creative projects, you know, remember that money is not the only thing that is the reward for this project. You know, just the accomplishment that you created this, that this came out of your mind. Remember that that is really the main accomplishment, and the main goal is you creating something. Reward yourself in the month of August, you know, for what you've achieved. You know, celebrate life's passages. You're going to be crossing some, you know, major like rites of passage for some of you, I feel like, in the month of August. So really celebrate those things. I see for group 2 in the month of August that you are really going to be feeling alive and excited about, you know, about the future and about life and about, you know, your life ahead. So you are going to be experiencing this just abundance and joy and satisfaction, you know, that comes along with achieving whatever goal this is, or whatever, you know, milestone or rite of passage that this is for you during the month of August. That's a big theme that I'm seeing for you, group 2, in the month of August. Just lots of celebration and joy and harmony and just a sense of freedom. And, you know, you are by being this creative person that you are, it's like you're opening up all these new choices for yourself, okay? You're opening all these new doors and options for yourself in the future, and you are going to be really excited by that, really full of life, and really excited about the future in the month of August. Your key goal for those of you in group 2 in the month of August, again, I have the Empress, and that is representing creativity again, okay? You're going to have this creativity and this personal growth and this self-development. We were talking about, you know, some kind of rite of passage or milestone, and that is going to be the key goal for you in the month of August. You're going to have success, and like I said before, that is going to be bringing you this freedom, these new choices. You're going to be having, you know, comfort, material comfort, and success, and, you know, security financially, okay? And that is all going to be coming from this creative project, from this, you know, success that you're having with these creative projects and ideas that you're having in the month of August, okay? Again, like I said before, make sure and remember in the month of August that money does not bring happiness, okay? Wealth may separate you from your roots and from your sense of self. So even though, you know, I feel like the month of August is going to be so great for you financially, you know, that you might start getting disconnected from who you really are, okay? Make sure that you don't let, you know, money separate you from who you are on the inside, okay? And In the month of August, make sure, for some of you, you need to get outside, okay? Get out more. Those of you that, you know, we were talking about, you're into some kind of extreme sport or into some kind of outdoor activities. Maybe you haven't been doing enough of that lately. Get outside and just enjoy your time outside. Connect with nature, connect with Mother Earth, okay? That should be a key goal for you in the month of August, okay? For some of you in the month of August, I am seeing that you are going to be very fertile. Some of you in the month of August may be finding out that you are pregnant or that you're going to have a baby. So if you are wanting to have a child, this would be a good time. I feel like it's going to be a very fertile month for some of you in the month of August. Also, for some of you in the month of August, I think that a key goal would be to really focus on your physical condition and your health, okay? When we were talking about, you know, getting outside and enjoying those outdoor activities, that is really going to be a good help to your physical condition and your health as well, okay? The other thing I'm seeing for some of you in the month of August is a loving relationship, you know, between a mother figure or, you know, just a maternal person in your life. It doesn't necessarily have to be your actual mother, but I'm seeing that, you know, this loving relationship, this feminine energy is really going to be, you know, a loving bond for you in the month of August. So having that bond and really connecting with that femininity in the month of August should be a key goal for some of you. So some obstacles for group 2 to possibly overcome in the month of August are really confusion, okay? I see that you could possibly be having some confusion about, you know, decisions that you're going to be making in the month of August. Do what your instinct tells you to do, all right? Always follow your gut, and remember that just sitting on those decisions and not making them, that is not going to bring you any peace of mind, okay? Make the decision, follow your instincts, follow your gut, and that making that decision is really going to bring you a sense of peace of mind, okay? Also, in the month of August, an obstacle that might need to be overcome for some of you is just putting aside any selfish interest, okay? It might be necessary to sacrifice a little bit in order for you to be able to be, you know, successful. These, you know, these grand creative goals, these awesome things that are going to be happening for you in the month of August might require a little bit of sacrifice on your part to achieve complete success, all right? You know, avoid any kind of, you know, selfish decisions or anything that isn't, you know, really the right choice, and you know what the right choice is. You know, use your gut, use your instinct, okay? Instead of trying to control situations for some of you in the month of August, really just let things flow. Pause, surrender, let it go, you know, leave it alone. You know, sometimes you need to just leave it alone and let happen what's going to happen. You know, the divine has a plan and you have to trust that plan, and sometimes you can't be in control of every single situation and everything that happens. So just pausing, surrendering, letting go, okay? Some major accomplishments that I'm seeing for group number 2 in the month of August is, again, I'm seeing with the Knight of Cups, this creativity, okay? You know, this Knight of Cups is also saying, you know, make decisions with your heart, right? We were just talking about, you know, not making any kind of decisions based on selfish interests. So the Knight of Cups is telling us to make decisions with our heart. Think carefully before you make those decisions, before you act or before you speak, and, you know, just really being sensitive to others. I think that the month of August is going to be really good for some of you. You are going to be, you know, really just idealistic and persuasive. And I'm seeing for some of you too that you might be finding some romance in the month of August. Some of you might be having a water sign, possibly a Cancer, Scorpio, or Pisces, come into your life, a romantic interest, okay? And major accomplishments, I'm just seeing that you guys are going to have a graceful, ascension into whatever this position is. Again, with the imagination and creativity being the main goal and the main drive and the theme for the month for most of you in the month of August. All right, so group number 2, what to avoid in the month of August. So I'm seeing that for some of you in the month of August, you're going to be having success, and you're going to be getting public recognition for this success. Your dreams and your plans are finally going to be fulfilled, okay? This hard work and careful planning that you've done, this creativity that you have, are really going to just give you this glorious success, okay? You're going to be kind of like having some kind of fame, public recognition. You're going to be honored in some way, okay? You're going to have victory and triumph, and this is all going to have this very positive effect on your self-esteem. You're just going to be so happy. You're going to be bursting with pride. You're going to be successful and self-confident, and you're going to be you're not going to be afraid to show off these accomplishments and these things that you have been successful at, whatever these creative endeavors are. And I feel like it's many different things for several different people in this group. Remember, this is a collective reading, so that creative aspect could be, many different things for the people in this group. Avoid, in the month of August, however, avoid arrogance, okay? You are going to have success. You're going to have people recognizing you. You're going to have victory over the opposition. You're going to have triumph. This is going to make you feel so good about yourself, but just make sure that you don't get arrogant, okay? Stay humble, stay kind and loving in the month of August, okay? And also, I'm seeing for some of you in the month of August that, again, these financial rewards for your hard work in the month of August are going to be realized. Group number 2, I'm seeing that you should really embrace your family and your friends in the month of August. Really embrace relationships in the month of August for some of you. Some of you may be making some kind of commitments in the month of August, relationship commitments. Maybe there are going to be marriage proposals, okay, for some of you. For some of you, you may be, having some kind of forgiveness and reconciliation. Maybe, a loved one or a family member, possibly, a romantic relationship, you are going to be mending, okay? Maybe one of you needs to forgive and reconcile with the other in the month of August. Also, I'm seeing for some of you, you may be purchasing a home in the month of August. You're going to have a lot. You're going to have all of the material possessions that you need, and I think that some of you will be actually, purchasing a home. And for everyone in group number 2, I'm just seeing that the month of August is going to be a time of stability and comfort. Again, I'm seeing for some of you, it's fertility in the month of August. So that's the second time we've seen that fertility pop up. You're just really going to be feeling this divine love and getting signs from the divine, that everything's going to be okay. And you're just going to have this true emotional fulfillment. This is the end of difficult times. You're going to have stability and comfort in the month of August. Just this real divine love and harmony. And that's really exciting. That is what you need to embrace. And I'm really seeing like relationships overall, just really being, supportive to your family and friends. Some of you, again, might be having a special love relationship coming up. We mentioned that earlier about possibly, getting engaged or something like that, okay? A romantic relationship beginning. Commitments made and kept, okay? In the month of August for group number 2, you guys need to look for support in a male energy. This person could possibly be a Taurus. If they are not a Taurus, possibly another earth sign, a Capricorn or Virgo maybe. I am seeing a wealthy, very secure male energy, maybe a businessman or a leader in his, profession. This person might be very abundant. They might be really good at, sealing the deal, at closing the deal, and, maybe they are just really a smooth talker and they're sophisticated and successful. Also, this person is very generous, affectionate, and hardworking. This person also, I think, really likes, the finer things in life, like expensive cars and nice homes and jet skis and nice clothing, and really just showing off, okay? So whoever this person is, you're really going to find support in this person in the month of August. Maybe this is someone that you see and you look up to and you think, I would really like to be like them. I want to, be as successful as they are. Maybe this person is going to be giving you some tips on, how to grow a business, or, how to use whatever this creativity that you are going to be having in the month of August, these creative ideas. Maybe this person could be giving you some kind of support in how to use those ideas for your financial success in the month of August. So watch out for this male energy. I'm thinking this person is probably, 40 or up, 40 and up, just a really hardworking, it looks like they have really just worked hard their whole life and built themselves from the ground up, and they can really help you and support you in your creative endeavors, okay? And the last tarot card for this group is advice and encouragement. Again, I'm seeing, this rite of passage. Something is going to be happening for some of you in the month of August that is just a rite of passage, like something like getting your driver's license for the first time, or turning 21 and being able to drink alcohol, or, maybe graduating from college and being able to get a job with your degree, or, some kind of rite of passage that is going to be happening in the month of August for you. So whatever that is, that keep that in mind. That's going to be happening for some of you in the month of August. I'm seeing that some of you in group number 2 could be well suited, in maybe a career in education, or educating people about, spirituality or religion. Some of you could possibly be educating people about alternative medicine, okay? Maybe you're going to be teaching people, the different ways to use herbs and natural healing. Maybe that's something that some of you are going to be doing. I'm seeing also that in the month of August, you're going to be increasing your knowledge and skills about whatever this creative pursuit or endeavor is, okay? Always choose the moral path, and don't let your need for social approval affect your decisions, okay? We were talking earlier about making decisions and getting peace of mind from making the right decision, okay? So just really make sure that your decisions are not based off of anything that's superficial, all right? Or that is selfish. Okay, so that is all for your tarot portion, but I pulled a few other cards for this group. You have number 32, the growth card, and you are really growing to trust yourself more and more, and you're becoming more aware of your intuitive feelings. And we talked a lot about making decisions with your intuition, okay? Sometimes you need to ask yourself how you feel rather than what you think, okay? That is a really important difference. Sometimes what you think is not necessarily, the best decision, but focusing on how you feel and what decision is for your highest good, is going to be what's best for your growth, okay? All right, you guys got the focus card, and I really feel like this card is talking about focusing your energy, okay? Where you focus your energy. It's very important that you are thinking about where you focus your energy, because that is really going to affect your thoughts, okay? Being aware of where you put your focus, mentally and emotionally is really going to be empowering. When this card comes up, it just reminds me, to tell you, group number 2, that you really need to focus on your thoughts and, see how those thoughts are affecting your energy. And then group number 2, Lady Venus, downloads and understanding. Truth is being revealed. Deep insights are coming from heaven and the astral realm. Okay. And then your last card is White Eagle, Ancestor Spirit. Connect to your lineage. A family wound or pattern can be healed now. All right, so that is all I have for you, group number 2. Please comment down below what resonated with you, like, subscribe, and hit that post bell notification. As always, love and light, and happy soul searching. All right, last but not least, let's go ahead and start group number 3 with the Amethyst. I am seeing that for some of you in group number 3, we have possibly some air signs, okay? Maybe Libra, Gemini, or Aquarius. I feel like that you are really wise from life's experiences. That doesn't necessarily mean that you're an older person, but you could be, an older person, like 40 and up, or you could just have a really old soul, okay? You've been around, your soul has been around for a while, and you've had a lot of, life experiences, not necessarily in this life, but just life in general. I feel like most of you in group number 1 can really find humor in most situations. No matter how bad, I feel like you are always able to find, something funny or something good that can make everyone smile, even in the worst situations. I think that really stems from having a lot of sorrowful kinds of things happen to you in your life. I think maybe in your life there's been a lot of conflict and a lot of sorrow, okay? I see that the people in this group are just very intelligent and have very analytical minds and very logical, and you just have really, natural leadership abilities, very, good common sense, really good head on your shoulders, and you're not afraid to be honest and direct, okay? Maybe you're the kind of person that, tells the truth all the time, even, sometimes when might be better to skimp out on a little bit of the truth, okay? 3 are the kind of people that are always honest and direct with you. They are very, people in group number 1, I feel like you are very direct communicators, okay? And you really tell the truth in all matters. You do have a softer side, however, okay? You are also very independent, and, you always give an unbiased judgment, and, you have very clear boundaries, and you are, like I said before, you're just a really direct communicator. Now, group number 3, I'm seeing that the theme of the month for August is going to be rest and relaxation for you, okay? I'm seeing that, some kind of personal battle is coming to an end, a truce or, a break in some sort of fighting that's been going on, all right? The anxiety that you have possibly been feeling over something is going to go away, okay? You're going to be able to let your guard down. You're going to be able to have some peace and quiet following a stressful time, okay? You're going to be able to have some time to really spend alone with your thoughts, and maybe even do, some meditation, and just really spending some time alone in your head. All right. I'm also seeing that you're going to, spend some time recuperating from something, okay? You have really this one focus, and, maybe this one thing has really been causing you a lot of stress, but I feel like the month of August is going to be really your time to just rest, relax, recuperate, and refocus, regather your, your thoughts, and regather yourself, mentally, and be able to prepare for what's coming up next, okay? The key goal for those of you in group number 3 for the month of August is balance, okay? Balance balance and temperance, okay? Just really making sure that you are flexible and that you are able to change and adapt. Also, I'm seeing that a good goal for group number 3 in the month of August is to work well with others, okay? Having good management skills of your time, good management skills of yourself at work. Maybe there is some intrinsic motivation that you really need to focus on, and let that be your goal for the month of August for some of you, okay? Really just achieving balance and control over your own life, all right? I'm also saying that for some of you in the month of August are going to be having some kind of reconciliation, okay? Whether this be with a romantic relationship, a friendship. This could possibly also be for some of you a business partnership or a business relationship. Maybe you had a falling out with someone, in a business relationship, and you are going to really, one of you is going to come to some sort of compromise, and so that you can secure cooperation with each other, okay? Also, a key goal for some of you in the month of August is really just to take the higher path and stay true to your life purpose. When you're, going through day-to-day life in the month of August, just really think, whatever it is that you're doing, whether it be, work or home or, relationships, any decisions that you make, really ask yourself, does this really align with my higher self? Does this align with my life's purpose? Okay. And make sure that you're focusing on that always. Also, a good goal for group number 3 in the month of August would be to really stay grounded. Earlier we were talking about spending some time in meditation, rest, relaxation, and recuperation. And I think that, grounding yourself is going to really be a key part of that. Get your feet on the ground outside, your bare feet in the dirt, connect with Mother Earth. Go somewhere. For some of you, I feel like this grounding is going to be done near water, okay? Put those feet in the water, maybe get in the water your whole self. Some of you might do that in a natural body of water. For others, I'm seeing that, just taking a really good, Epsom salt bath and relaxing in the bath is going to be really relaxing and rejuvenating for you, okay? Major obstacles in the month of August for group number 3. All right, so I'm seeing for some of you in group number 3, some obstacles to overcome might be, possibly some isolation. All right. Also, I'm seeing for some of you, there might be some kind of financial loss. Okay. Maybe it is, some kind of an emotional, some kind of emotional turmoil that might be happening in the month of August. Maybe you're worried about something or stressed or insecure about something, okay? Maybe for some of you, I'm saying, possible, unemployment, or maybe, a job that you're going to be losing a job. Some of you might be having to move, change homes, and not necessarily the way that you would want to, okay? Also, watch out for health problems in the month of August, weight gain, and just your health in general. Really make sure that you are exercising and really eating well and taking care of your health, okay? Seek support from your friends and your family during the month of August, okay? Also seek support from, your spirituality, okay? We were talking about rest and relaxation and just rejuvenating yourself and recuperating and just spending some time getting ready for what's coming up next, okay? I feel like some of you really need to, overcome a mindset of, worry and lack, and like a mindset of, not having enough. I think there is, you're so concerned with your plight of, not having this or not having that, or, your health might be, struggling. You might be struggling with your health, or, whatever it is that you're struggling with. You've got to get your mind set in the right place, okay? Don't have a lack mindset, okay? also really, look up and see the help that is there for you, okay? Sometimes we get so overly involved again in our lack mindset and, focusing on what we don't have, that we don't realize that, there's someone or something there to help us and support us, okay? So really pull yourself out of that mindset and look up and see what's there to help support you and guide you, okay? Major accomplishments for group number 3 in the month of August. I am seeing that there's going to be some kind of creative opportunity for some of you. I see that, some kind of creative aspiration is really just going to pop up out of the blue for you. So be open to it, whatever it is. It might not, maybe, if there's some kind of financial hardship, I'm feeling that some of you might find some creative way, to supplement your income, or maybe have a new job in some kind of creative industry, okay? So really listen to your intuition and, be open to possibilities, and always be curious, and, be ready for this opportunity that's coming up for you, okay? Also, I see that in the month of August, some of you are just going to be really passionate about life, outgoing and charismatic. And I think that maybe, some of us are having some issues with thinking like, I don't really have the right education for this job, or maybe you feel like you don't have the right skill set for this job, but you do, okay? You might not have the qualifications on paper, but you are able to, do this job, and you are going to be able to be successful. It's this creative, opportunity that's really just going to pop up for you, and you are qualified, okay? For some of you, I'm also seeing that someone might be entering your life in the month of August, possibly a Pisces or other water sign, maybe a Cancer or Scorpio, okay? I'm seeing a male energy, a younger male energy. This might have to do with whatever this creative opportunity is, okay? I think that this person, works in this creative field or in this artistic field, all right? So really watch out for this, male Pisces water energy in the month of August, okay? And then what to avoid in the month of August for group number 3. Avoid errors and sloppiness, okay? Make sure that when you're doing your work in the month of August, you are being paying attention to detail, and that you are really checking for accuracy. We were talking about, not having the skills for a job, or feeling like you don't have the education for a particular job. Some of you might be having, some of you might be some kind of an apprentice, or, working on some kind of skill development in the month of August that has to do with this creative opportunity, all right? Make sure that when you're doing this, you are really checking all your work for accuracy, and that you are working hard, okay? This hard work, it's going to be hard work, whatever it is, but it's going to be very satisfying and successful. You're going to be successful at it. You're going to master it, through this apprenticeship, okay? Another thing, a lot of us try to, there's all these get rich quick schemes, okay? And there's really not any get rich quick path, okay? Anything that you are going to benefit from, you are going to have to work hard for, okay? Apply yourself, work smart. I feel like for some of you in this group, you're going to be learning like a new trade or a new profession. Maybe, you're just going to be upgrading your skills or learning something new, or maybe it's the same, the same industry, but you're moving up, and doing something that is a higher level job of some sort, okay? Make sure that during the month of August that you're being very cautious with your money. I feel like for some of you, you might be switching jobs, and there might be a period in between the jobs, where, sometimes you have to wait to get that next paycheck. So really make sure that you are being frugal with your money during the month of August, especially between any kind of transition period. I do feel like, however, for some of you, you might be starting your own business, okay? And going back to talking about, not feeling like you have the skills. Maybe you're just starting out in a business that you're starting yourself. Okay, maybe you are a beginner in this industry, in this business, and but you are skilled enough to do this. Okay, you do have the right tools in your tool bag, and this is a good time for you to start this. It is going to be a profitable venture for you. Okay, what to embrace for group number 3 in the month of August? I'm seeing some kind of new partnership. Now, for some of you, that could mean a business partnership, but I'm seeing for others that this could be a love, partnership. You could be finding some, mutual attraction, some, new love affair, all right? You're really going to be in sync with this other person, whether it be romantic or business relationship. This could also just be a friend for some of you. This is 2 people coming together and just really being unified, all right? For some of you, I am seeing that it may not be a new relationship, but maybe it's a broken relationship from before that is going to be healed through forgiveness, okay? This could be any kind of a relationship. This could be a romantic relationship. This could be, any other kind of friendship connection or a familial connection, all right? I feel like for those of you, like I said, there are going to be some of you that this means business, all right? There are going to be connections made in the business world for some of you. This relationship is going to, whether it be this new love affair or this new business partnership, it's really going to have a dramatic effect on your life, okay? It is going to be a positive partnership, and really embrace that partnership in the month of August, because there's going to be a lot of positive things coming out of this partnership, okay? Now, group number 3, where to find support in the month of August. I'm seeing that you're going to be finding support with a younger male energy. This person is very confident, very attractive. This person is just really full of energy. They're always in a hurry. Maybe, a little nervous energy. This person could be, this business relationship. For some of you, it could be that romantic relationship, okay? This person is very passionate, enthusiastic, and, just very emotional. And it really is going to understand your motivation, just this huge energy and enthusiasm and ready for action, okay? Whoever this male energy or, masculine energy, doesn't necessarily have to be a male. That's where you're going to find some support in the month of August, okay? Now, advice and encouragement for the month of August. I'm really seeing for a lot of you in the month of August, we talked about with the 5 of Pentacles earlier about how, you might be, experiencing some kind of loss or isolation. But I'm seeing that, advice for you is to take action. Maybe this is time for you to leave a current relationship or to leave a job. Maybe this is the time where you leave your job and start this new profitable business venture, okay? That this is a good time for that. I'm also seeing, we talked about earlier, the loss of a home, and not necessarily, the way you would want to lose your home. Maybe, you get evicted or something like that, but I'm seeing this, this relocation, okay? Maybe you're going to be moving, maybe you're going to be moving to another city for a job, okay? Maybe you're going to be looking elsewhere or seeking this happiness, okay? We're all, all humans, I think, are, seeking peace and happiness somewhere. And I think that it's very likely that you could be seeking it somewhere else in another city, in another location, all right? I think in the month of August, you're going to be making some dramatic changes in your life, and just really carry through with those plans, okay? I think that, you're going to be searching for, becoming more whole as a person. And I think that, it's not always an easy journey to find this happiness or to find this fulfillment that everybody's looking for. But, it is necessary to go through these journeys and to go through these life experiences and to go through times that might not necessarily be the best of times. But in the end, that is what change is sometimes. Sometimes change is hard, but in the end, it is necessary for our happiness and for our growth. Okay, that is all I have for the tarot cards. Now let's look at your oracle cards. You have companionship. Okay, so like we were talking about earlier with the Two of Cups, there's some kind of new companionship for you. This confirms that companionship in the month of August. It could be a business partnership, it could be a new love affair, it could be a new friendship, but some kind of companionship is going to be happening for you all in the month of August, okay? The next card is flow, okay? And the flow is really the natural balance of things, the movement in the ocean and the cycles of the moon, okay? And we talked about, earlier with the temperance card, with the temperance card, that it's really important in the month of August for group number 3 to find this balance and flexibility. And also, the flow card, reminds you to let go and remember that there is a certain amount of divine timing that you have to trust, and just really knowing that you can't control everything and going with the flow. Okay, so for the month of August, group number 3, let go. Try not to control everything and just know that there is divine timing in everything. The last card for group number 3 is Saint Germain, Karma Releasing. Move beyond drama. Create your own path. Make room for good energy. We were talking about this being a good time for a profitable, I feel like some of you are really going to be starting your own business, making your own path, creating your own path, and just really focusing on your thoughts and your thought patterns and, your thoughts and the things that you input, okay, are going to affect what you output, okay? So if you're listening to bad music, or if you're listening to, or you're watching, people fighting on TV, lots of drama, okay? That's the energy that you're creating. So make sure you're really focusing on, making room for good energy and putting good in, all right? So that is all that I have for group number 3. Please comment down below what resonated with you. Give me a like, subscribe, and hit that post bell notification. As always, love and light, and happy soul searching.